Good morning. Please stand and join us in singing our gathering song, We Gather Here. One, two, one, two, three, four. We gather here to come together, to raise our voices in harmony. We gather here to pray together, to create the world we know is meant to be. We gather here. We gather here. We gather here. We gather here to create the world we know is meant to be. We gather here to come together. We celebrate the love and joy of unity. We gather here for deep connection with fellow travelers who claim divinity. We gather here to count our blessings. We celebrate the love and joy of unity. We gather here. We gather here. We gather here. We gather here. We create the world we know is meant to be. We gather here to come together. We celebrate the love and joy of unity. We celebrate the love and joy of
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Unity of Stewart, where we gather here to claim our divinity. And to some, that may sound like heresy. What do you mean? Does that mean we're God? Kinda. Yes, it does. And stay tuned because we're going to be talking about that today. Not what it says in your bulletin. We had talked at our last board meeting. Or was it the meeting about the Project Transform? I'm not sure, but the board got together and spoke about things that might be coming up, and we decided that we would have a Friendship Sunday next week. So the first Sunday is March. It's Bring a Friend Sunday. That's when we have our monthly potluck, so it's a good time to tell people they'll get fed after service. And so I moved the power of we to next Sunday, and today we're going to talk about There Is Only One. So welcome, welcome, welcome to Unity of Stewart. Welcome to all who are watching on YouTube and Facebook. So Lana and Pam and Ann and Tony and Irma and Sylvie and Brenda and everybody else who may be seeing this on YouTube today or in the future. And to those who are on Facebook, let's see, Trudy, and let's see, and Linda in DeLand and Rogelio, and then of course Jen is bilocating, Doreen's bilocating, and all of that. So, and good morning to all of you who I can't see on my phone. Welcome, we're glad you are here, and welcome to everybody in the sanctuary. It's good to have you here. It's good to see your shining faces on this bright and cool Sunday morning. And Tom and Marge are back there waiting to give anyone who would like a welcome packet one of the welcome packets. So if you were here for the first time and you feel comfortable in raising your hand, we invite you to do that now. So Marge and there's Ida right there, Tom. And as far as I can tell, Ida is the only person I've seen today who hasn't been here before. So you're very special today, Ida. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And for those of you who may want a welcome packet, in the sanctuary, even if you've already gotten one and would like to, no, Jerry, hush. If you would like a welcome packet, you can take one on the way out. And for those of you who are online, if you're online for the first time or any time at all and would like to receive a welcome packet in the mail, please email us at admin@unityofstewart.org, and we'd be happy to send you a full welcome packet. In that welcome packet is information about this Unity and information about the Greater Unity Movement. There is a form. If you'd like to be on our mailing list, you can fill that out and take it back to Bobby at the podium, and she'll be happy to give you a gift. There's also a prayer intention form in there if you'd like to fill that out. If you have anything that you'd like prayer chaplains to pray over, you can put that in the prayer box. And they'll be happy to pray over your prayer intention. Most importantly, to you and to everyone else who's watching or in the room, we are a positive path of spiritual practice, and everyone is welcome here, no exceptions, and you honor us with your presence. So thank you for being here. Not yet, Jerry. Good Lord. Some other things to say. We have some snacks in the kitchen, so if you'd like to join us for some fellowship and hospitality after the service and before the annual meeting, we invite you to come join us in the kitchen. All right. Okay, now it's time for Jerry. So, yeah, come on up. So last year, we had our annual gala last year. We called that the Dream Gala. And David was behind the camera in the foyer asking people some questions about unity. And Jerry was one of them, one of the people who answered the questions. So let's... So yeah, so you could stand up here if you like, but it's not time for chaplains. I told you to come up, but you just stay with me.
She told me to come up,
I did.
And I listened, and I came here,
I
and
know.
now she's telling me to go back.
No, I'm not telling you to go back. You sit in my seat.
How long have you been a member of Unity of Stewart?
There's Jerry.
I've been a member of Unity Stewart here for about 2 years.
3 years now.
And what I really love about Unity Stewart, I feel so at home here. I feel very relaxed. I feel very warm. I feel so accepted and a part of a community and part of a spiritual community. Things that I work on that allow me to work on my spirituality and my day-to-day stuff.
All right, short and sweet. Thank you. All right, and then we are having next is our gala video, and it was lovingly put together by our own Lori, and so this tells you about the upcoming Blossom Gala.
The Blossom Gala is Unity of Stewart's biggest annual fundraiser, and it's only a couple of months away. Thanks to your generosity, over the past 2 years, we've raised money to replace the roof, purchase a new refrigerator and freezer, and spruce up our grounds with some lovely new landscaping. The Blossom Gala will be a delightful evening out with dancing, wine, and great food, but it's so much more. The Blossom Gala is an opportunity to contribute to your spiritual community, a place that helps you grow and blossom into the best version of yourself. This year, our goal is to raise $60,000. What is the money for, and where will it go? 50% of the profits from the gala will go to the operating fund to help pay the bills and cover routine expenses at Unity of Stewart. 25%, up to $15,000, will go towards a raise for Reverend Jude. Did you know that Reverend Jude has been earning essentially the same salary for the past 10 years? Let's show our appreciation to our wonderful leader by giving her a well-deserved raise. Finally, 25% will go to improving and enhancing our spiritual center. Things like painting and improving the classroom and kitchen so our spiritual center can be a comfortable and welcoming space for years to come. So, how can you help? There are lots of ways. First, come to the gala. Tickets are $75 per person, and that includes a delicious Mediterranean buffet, dancing, and a fabulous night of fun. Next, become a sponsor. Sponsorships start at just $100, and there's no upper limit on what you can give. Sponsors get their names listed in the program at the gala, and if you give $500 or more, you get fun things like raffle tickets to use in our fabulous basket auction at the gala. This year, we're making it easier than ever to be a sponsor for the Blossom Gala. You can break your sponsorship gift into small monthly installments. Let's say you want to donate $100. You can pay for your donation in small monthly installments of just $25. Installment payments are available for sponsorship gifts in any amount. Roberta will help you set up a monthly payment on your credit or debit card. It's easy. Just think of all the ways your gift will help Unity of Stuart to blossom. We hope you'll buy your tickets early this year. As you can probably imagine, a lot of planning goes into the gala. Doing this early secures your spot at the gala and helps us plan an evening of fun for everyone to enjoy. We're so excited about the Blossom Gala and we hope you'll come. With your help and support, Unity of Stuart will blossom and thrive.
All right, thank you, Lori. So a couple of more things. I wanted to just mention, if you've been around for the month of January and February, you heard about our growing groups. And they are in swing right now. And this coming week is the third week. And so the feedback I'm getting is that how valuable they are and what a lovely thing it is to gather in small groups because of the connecting and because of, hanging out with the facilitators and connecting with each other and talking about these deep spiritual principles and not just listening to them in the center. So when these kinds of groups come around again, I hope you'll remember what I'm saying here and join, especially if you're wanting to get a little bit more connected to your fellow folks, your fellow community members at Unity of Stuart. So they've been going really well. So a couple more things about the Blossom Gala is that we do have an Amazon registry, and there's a QR code, and there's also cards out there with the QR code for the Amazon registry. If you'd like to donate something, you can just go to that that list on Amazon and have it, and it'll get sent. It'll get sent to Lori's house, and so you can support the gala in that way. Of course, you can buy a ticket also with the QR code. I have something to say about the QR code. It's from a place called Zephy. And Zephy does work with nonprofits, so it doesn't charge anything to buy the ticket. However, one of our community members got charged $17 for something. And I think that was maybe a human error. I'm not calling you out. I'm not even looking down. I think it might have been human error on their part. And so we refunded that money directly. We will refund that money directly to her. When you go to buy a ticket on the QR code, on the bottom will say, you can donate $12 so Unity can keep using this, so we can keep this free for Unity. Don't get rid of that. Say no, say other, say zero, whatever it takes to do that. I bought my ticket that way, and I was just able to go there and just click out of it, so I wasn't charged any extra money. But if you happen to get charged extra money, know that it's not coming to us. I mean, if you want to support them, go right ahead. But it's not coming to us, and if you get caught in the matrix, let us know, and we'll make sure you get your money back for that. What else? There is a sign-up sheet in the foyer. Now, the sign-up sheet in the foyer says help for setup at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. However, we're going to need a little bit more help, easy help, like making floral arrangements or something like that the day before or the week before. So if you sign that and write down, not set up, then Lori will call you and direct you to something else that needs to be done. Lori, off the top of your head, are you knowing what else might need to be done besides set up and clean up?
Yeah, just remind everyone it's not set up. You're not moving tables and chairs.
Not moving tables and chairs. We're getting all that set up. It's dressing the tables.
Just beautifying the space. And we have a really fun time, too. And we're going to make flower arrangements one night. I don't have a date for it.
Flower arrangements.
But we've got a
Okay.
thing for that, so look out for that.
Yeah, so if that's something that brings you joy, to make some flower arrangements or help beautify the sanctuary, you can see Lori or you can sign up on that
I
sheet.
have a question.
Yes.
Are
Oh,
you
hello.
looking for donations for the silent auction?
Yes, for the silent auction or baskets? Basket raffle. Yeah, if also you'd like to put together a basket with the monetary value of about $100, but if you go to Home Goods, there you can get $100 for value for less than that. So if you'd like to also donate a basket, you can also see Lori. And if anybody, I'm going to stop talking about this in a minute. If anybody would like to be in charge of the baskets and be the captain of the baskets, please see Lori after the service. And I think I'm going to be done talking about that now, even if I have forgotten anything. Let's move on, shall we? All right, this is our board of directors, and after this meeting today, our board president, Linda Hart, has served 6 years, and she'll be stepping down. And Stacy Goldstein is also completing her service. And so if you see them today as you're leaving, or just thank them for their service. So thank you. And our boardie of the day is Mary Claire, and Mary Claire is right back there, and you can see her picture up there. If you have any questions you'd like to have answered, you can talk to Mary Claire. And there are our prayer chaplains. And our prayer chaplains, or at least one of our prayer chaplains. Who is the prayer chaplain for today? It's Amy. Amy is our prayer chaplain on duty today, and if you have anything that you'd like prayer support with, Amy will be in the sanctuary after service to pray with you and to hold your prayer in the highest confidence. And now it's time for Jerry. There is a prayer chaplain training coming up on March 29th, and Jerry's going to tell you why he's a prayer chaplain.
Well, I'm not going to tell you everything. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Yes, and I'm here to represent the male energy of the prayer chaplain. I'm blessed with all these females. Love it. The calling was just say yes. As I said in my little speech, it has allowed me to grow with this. We meet monthly, and we take teachings from a book, and we talk about it. It's a great way to connect, and to connect every month. We call people, and what a joy it is to connect in prayer with the membership here. So I invite you, if you feel called, and you're not, well, maybe make it a yes. And I'm speaking to the males especially.
All right. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. So I'd like to just add something to that. So when I first came into Unity, one of the first things I did in leadership was to go to the prayer chaplain training. That was in Phoenix at that time, and to come back and start a prayer chaplain team at my first Unity church, which happened to be in northwestern New Jersey. And then and I did all the things that a prayer chaplain does. And then when I became a spiritual leader, I began to realize how wonderful it is to know that we are foundationally supported by our prayer chaplain program. The very fact that there are people who are dedicated to prayer, to hold our ministry and you in prayer and me in prayer, is really a mighty place to stand. So I want to just thank all the prayer chaplains. Thank you, Amy. And if it's, thank you, John. And if it's on your heart, even as Jerry said, if you feel a little bit of fear, that usually means yes to me. If you were here last week, you saw that. Mary Claire.
I want to testify.
Testify, girl.
Jerry is my prayer chaplain. He goes to me once a month, and it's always exactly what I need to hear. And he says it with such beauty that I'm always moved and inspired by it.
Wonderful.
So, thank you.
Thank you for your testimony, ma'am. All right. Some good news and dedication. This is the Reverend Helen Moulton. She was one of the first two black women to become an ordained Unity minister, and I wanted you to know about her today. She began studying Unity in December of 1933 in order to take up a greater understanding of the Bible. And 5 or 6 years later, she started her own ministry in her home called Christ Unity Center in Los Angeles. And she writes in her 1949 Field Department Survey. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it sounds important. She says, "My greatest event was the vision I got in October 1938. Spirit gave me the vision of doing this work, also a vision of a temple and a home. I immediately started to do something about it. She first became a licensed Unity teacher and went on in 1952 to become an ordained Unity minister. And she had since then started her own church. So join me in just for a moment in appreciating the Reverend Helen Moulton and all of the other black people who, in those difficult times, and not for nothing, this is something for another time. It wasn't even easy in Unity at that time. to come in as a black person and do this work. So let's appreciate pioneers like Reverend Helen. And please join me in dedicating today's service to those among us who know their oneness and take action. I am one in God. I am one in God. I once believed there is a spark of the divine within me, as though my divinity were only a small part of me. As I have grown spiritually, I have come to understand I am fully divine, just as I am fully human. I have grown into this awareness, realizing that everything God is, I am too. God is love, and I am that love in expression. God is perfect peace, and I am that peace expressing as the point of me. God is wisdom, and I express divine wisdom as only I can. I know true oneness when I no longer think of these divine qualities as something to ask for or even acquire. Instead, I see them as mine to master and use. When I do this, I am able to take complete responsibility for my life. Only then will I know the fullness of my freedom and the depths of my potential. I am one in God right here, right now, in this room. No matter what the outer is, no matter what the inner is right now, I can know in this sacred space that I am one in God, and God is one in me. And so it is. Amen. Let's affirm this together. I am one in God. And just think for a moment, if you will, what does that mean for you right now, to be one in God? Does it mean to be more peaceful? Does it mean to unveil more loving, more prosperity, more abundance, more wholeness? Whatever that is for you, I invite you to bring that into your mind, into your heart. As we affirm one more time together. I am one in God, and so it is. Amen. Let's get ready for meditation by singing the prayer of St. Francis.
1, 2, 3.
I am a channel of your peace. There is hatred, I will bring your love. There is injury, I will forgive. Where there's God, truth, faith, and I am a channel of your peace. There's despair in life, I will bring hope. There is darkness, only light. Where there's sadness, Spirit that I may never see. So much to be consoled as in and soul. Understood as to understand. As to love with all my soul. I am a channel of your peace. There's despair in life, I will bring hope. There is darkness, only light. There is sadness,
Let me breathe deeply, consciously as deeply as we are able. And I invite you to do that at least 3 times, settling in, getting comfortable, dropping shoulders, releasing any tension that the body may be holding. As we center ourselves in the stillness of this present moment and allow spiritual gravity to ground us and Christ consciousness to raise us up. With every inhale, we draw in life and energy. With every exhale, we release any feelings of separation or doubt. Knowing that each breath connects us to a divine source of love and wisdom. And as we move deeper into prayerful meditation, I invite you to allow the words you hear to become the words of your own mind and heart. I visualize a steady light glowing from within, illuminating my body and my mind. And I know that this light represents spirits present in, through, and as me. I see this light growing brighter with every mindful breath. This divine light serves as a reminder that I am never alone. I am part of something greater, an essential thread woven into the fabric of the universe. I imagine that for a moment, that I am part of a vast tapestry of love and light. And in this now moment, I know I claim I am one in God. I let this affirmation settle in my heart, bringing peace to every area of my life. I am one in God. Knowing that every challenge I face and every moment of happiness I experience are part of life, and I'm connected to all things through the joy and through the challenges. And I allow this awareness to guide my thoughts and move me toward clarity. I am one in God. I embrace this peace that comes from knowing I am a vital part of the unified whole. I am one in God. I am one in God. I am one. In the quiet. And knowing that we have co-created this space of divine love, I invite us to bring into our awareness all of those who are on our prayer list here at Unity of Stewart, and all of those that are in our minds and hearts, seeing each one lifted up in oneness. And I invite you to speak names into this sacred space. And turning all into the care and keeping of the one, I invite you to join me in praying this in the name and the nature, the light and the love of the indwelling Christ presence. And so it is. Amen. Let's sing.
Good morning. This is a song by Toby Mac called Speak Life. Some days life feels perfect, other days it just ain't working. The good, the bad, the right, the wrong, and everything in between. It's crazy, amazing, we can turn our heart with the words we say. Mountains crumble with every syllable, hope can live or die. So speak life to the deadest, darkest night. Speak life when the sun won't shine and we don't know why. Look in the eyes of the broken heart, watch it come alive as soon as we speak hope. We speak love, we speak life. Oh, 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 oh. Speak life. Oh, 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 oh. Some days the tongue gets twisted, other days my thoughts just fall apart. I do, I don't, I will, I won't. It's like I'm drowning in the deep. Well, it's crazy to imagine words from our lips as in arms of compassion. Mountains crumble with every syllable, hope can live or die. Speak life to the deadest, darkest night. Speak life when the sun won't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken heart, watch it come alive as soon as you speak hope. Spread the love like fire. Hope will fall like rain when you speak life with the words you say. Raise your thoughts a little higher. Use your words to inspire. Joy will fall like rain when you speak life with the things you say. Lift your head a little higher. Spread the love like fire. Hope will fall like rain when you speak life with the words you say. With the words you say. So speak life to the deadest, darkest night. Speak life when the sun won't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken hearted. Watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope. You speak love. You speak life. Speak life. You speak life. You speak life. Some days life feels perfect, 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 perfect.
Thank you, Rini. Thank you, Joyful Noise. That was church for me. How about you? Right? Look into the eyes of the brokenhearted. Watch them come alive as you speak hope, as you speak love, as you speak life. Right? Also means speaking those life words to yourself as well. Right? Stand up straight, raise your head, raise your voice, raise your consciousness. Love that song. And I particularly love that song because I was ordained in 2000. It's 2025. I was ordained as a unity minister in 2014, and my daughter sang that at my ordination. So. I'll say, wait, now I have to gather myself. Give me a second. Gee. One of my favorite stories. I haven't told it in a while, though. A couple had two little boys, ages 8 and 10, who were always getting into trouble. And their parents could be assured that if any mischief occurred in their small town, their two young sons were in some way involved. And they were at their wits' end about what to do about their son's behavior, and one of the parents had heard that a minister in town had been successful in disciplining children. So she asked her partner if they thought that the boy should go speak with the minister, and the husband said, well, we might as well, we need to do something before, the top of my head comes off. So the minister agreed to speak with the boys, but asked to see them individually. And the 8-year-old went to meet with him first, and the minister sat the boy down and asked him sternly, where is God? And the boy didn't answer, and the minister repeated the question, where is God? And again, the boy made no attempt to answer, so the minister asked again, a bit louder this time, where is God? And at that, the little boy bolted from the room and ran directly home, slamming himself into the closet. And his older brother followed him into the closet and said, what happened? And the younger brother replied, we are in really big trouble. God is missing and they think we did it. Which leads into this quote. A rabbi asked several of his disciples, so tell me, where does God exist? And the surprised disciples replied, everywhere. And the rabbi said, no, God only exists where we let God in. God only exists where we let God in. This is a fundamentally, critically important, life-transforming spiritual truth that is up to us to enter into the oneness, to let the oneness enter into us and for us to enter into the oneness. It's reciprocal. It's not something outside of ourselves that we, as I say, time and time again, that we have to bow down to and beg anything from or invite in. That oneness exists within us and all around us, everywhere present, and we are part of that fabric. We are part of that presence in the world. I'm just going to say it, this is the most important spiritual truth. Above everything, that we are it and it is us. And once we really grasp that, then I know I'd be fearless. If I really got that in my DNA, in my bones, in my cells, I'd be fearless. So, we let God in. When we get it, when we embody it, and when we live it, we jump off the fence right into yes. We jump off the fence right into yes. It's a line in the sand that allows us to do what is ours to do and to walk through our lives with our heads raised and our consciousness high. This is what the founder of religious science, Ernest Holmes, wrote about this. He said, "There is one mind by which we think, one spirit by which we live, one body of which we are a part, and one light that lights everyone's pathway. One spirit, one mind, and one substance, one God in whom we all live, and one law which we all use." And our Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore's teaching on oneness, "We are not separate parts of God, but a direct expression of one infinite mind. All thought, life, and experience flow from one divine source. In essence, we are not separate from God, but we are God in expression, meaning every aspect of life is a manifestation of the one indivisible reality." This is who we are. This is what we must remember. In order for the God to exist everywhere, we have to let it exist. Let it exist in us at first, and then radiate it out into the world. The true change, true transformation will only happen when we acknowledge our unity with the one source, with the one universal mind. Not 70%. Not 80%, not 90%, but 100% of faith in that oneness of which we are a part. We need to be either in or out. Do we believe it or not? Do you believe it or not? When we do, life takes on a whole new meaning. And we step out in faith in everything we do when we embody that presence and power that lives in, through, and as us. It's easy to sit here and say, yes, yes, I believe. I know it's easy for me, yes, because I'm here teaching it, right? It's easy to believe this. It's easy to live life. It's easy to know that I am one in God and God is one in me. And then what happens when a challenge comes? Right? I get nervous. You get nervous. We're not quite sure what to do. And somebody asked me, I had some challenges in my life this past week, and people who know about it were saying to me, "How are you doing today?" And I'm saying, I'm practicing what I preach. I'm practicing knowing that I am one and one in me, and I am one in God, and God is one in me. I am practicing that I know that everything is for me, that the universe is lining up for my good, for your good, for the good of unity of Stewart, no matter what the appearance is right now. So practice what I preach, will you? So, what's that? Will do, thank you. So, I also want to bring into the Tao Te Ching. I don't think I've ever talked about the Tao Te Ching from the podium before. And it's written over 1,500 years ago because it says the same kinds of things and expands what it means to us. So the Tao Te Ching is the entire Taoist philosophy of life in 81 verses. Now that's pretty succinct considering that some of the verses are only one or two words, right? Charles Fillmore wrote over 200 books, right, to say how we should live our life. The Tao Te Ching is 82 verses. So here's what it says in verse 32. "The world is nothing but the glory of the Tao expressed through different names and forms. One who sees the things of this world as being real and self-existent has lost sight of the truth. To him, every word becomes a trap, and everything becomes a prison. But one who knows the truth that underlines all things lives in this world without danger. To him, to her, every word reflects the universe, and every moment brings enlightenment." Now, if I could remember that in every second, right? What would it look like if we could remember that everything that is before us, it brings enlightenment, every single thing? I would say, bring it on. Just bring it on. Right? So, So the individual that knows the truth that underlies all things lives in a peaceful world. Whew. That's meaningful right now, isn't it? I mean, it's always meaningful. And so what's that truth? There is only one. There is only one power, there is only one presence, and we are all part of it. That is the glory of the Tao. Nothing but the glory of God expressed through different names. All y'all, all of us, every single person, every single being in the world is expressing the glory of God. One mind, one spirit, one substance, one life, one God. So that's a radical thought in a lot of traditions, right? That we are one in God and God is one in us. But when we get it, we can be radical in the world and we can walk through life, understanding source. That there is nothing and nobody against us. It's all for us. What does that feel like to hear that? Nobody's against us. It just is. People doing their thing. Nobody wakes up in the morning. I talked about this. I'm teaching facilitating forgiveness work in the connecting groups. So nobody wakes up in the morning and says, "Oh, I'm going to do something that's really going to get her goat." That's my plan for today, to throw Jude off the center. Nobody does that. Right? Nobody does it for you either, nor do you do it to anybody else. I'm absolutely sure of that. What was that? Yeah, debating? All right. And that's different. The difference of remembering who we are at the foundation is not what most of us were taught growing up. It flies in the face of my Catholic upbringing, right? And probably a lot of other traditions. So, the reality for most people is that we have been told that we live in a dark and dangerous world. And around every corner, there's something waiting to get us, right? So we have to do this, that, and the other thing to get right with God so that we can be safe in the world. We hear the stories, right, about the danger of the world. And then we sit in spaces, holy spaces like this, or in other rooms, and we recognize that there is only one of us. So in the moments of challenge is when we get to decide what that really means. And we can be transformed when we live from that space of there's only one power and one presence, and every single being on the planet is part of it. We look, however, with our human eyes, right? And we see ourselves after being let go from a job, or we're missing an opportunity that we're waiting for that hasn't come, or we're in the doctor's office getting a notice about an illness, or dealing with something we just cannot believe at this point, after 20 years in ministry, I have to deal with this now. Right? That's what happens in our lives. And so we get to go inward, Godward, and find out where the blessing is, where the gift is, where the enlightenment is. Instead of going, I cannot believe this happened. Isn't this awful? Speak life. Right? Look, this happened. What do I do now? I put my spiritual tools into practice. I can moan and cry a little bit before that, but then I get it. I got spiritual tools. I have a toolbox I can use. Right? You have that same toolbox. Every single thing in our lives is a movement towards wholeness. Without exception, every single thing. It's a movement toward our growth, our expansion, our transformation, our enlightenment. Our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, says this: The path is about following God all the way home. What does that mean? What does it mean to follow God all the way home? For me, it means activating my spiritual principles, activating the tools that I know, and to use those in my life. And that, for me, is following the mystery we call God, the ultimate, infinite universe, the divine. And when I do that, I'm truly not just following God, but being one in God. Truth is, we can take any experience and make it a stepping stone. Any experience and make it a stepping stone to our enlightenment. Again, this is a radical path we're on. And some people would say, that's baloney. You're a Pollyanna. That's not the way it works. If that was true, why do you only have $10 in the bank? If that were true, why did you get this diagnosis? If that were true, why didn't you get this job that you so wanted? I don't know. I don't know. And that's the mystery. And that's where faith comes in. Knowing that that oneness of which I am a part is the absolute source of all that is. And when I know that, I can see everything that I wanted and didn't get as a gift. How many things in your life have you thought you wanted, and when you got them, you thought, I'm not so sure about that now? Right? So, everything, even if it's that thing, is a gift. Everything. So, as you move through the world this week, and you come up against a challenge or something that's like, and the first thing you want to say is no or why. I invite you to remember your oneness. I invite you to remember what you walk with, what you embody in the world. You embody all that is wholeness, all that is peace, all that is love, all that is joy, all that is abundance. And hold your head up higher. Spread your love like fire. I claim this truth for each and every one of us. It is time for our celebration of abundance, also known as our love offering. And I want to thank you on behalf of the board and of everyone who comes here, really, because without your gifts of your time, your talent, and your treasure, we wouldn't be doing this on a Sunday morning. So your connection, your humanity, your presence, your gifts are fundamental and necessary for Unity of Stewart to continue to raise the vibration in the world. And so thank you very much. Thank you very much for your gifts. And there are the ways for those of you online is also underneath this video. This is the way to donate to Unity of Stewart. And we thank you, and we will now pray our prosperity prayer together. In a universe overflowing with the allness of God, all of the needs of Unity of Stewart and those we serve are instantly, constantly, and bountifully met. From every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected, our abundant good comes to us now. We are grateful. Amen. And our love offering blessing together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give and receive always in love. Let's sing about it.
For a chance to give our gifts
it is. Amen. So there is the Friendship Sunday, the Power of We. That is this coming Sunday at 10:30. Bring a friend, if you will. I also have on the information table out there, it's actually on the glass case out there, are little cards. They're an invitation if you wanted to hand one to a friend so that they could know where we are. You can do that. That is on Sunday, the Power of We. And also that same day, I'm not doing it, David. It's, all right, somebody else. You say it.
Coffee talk.
Coffee talk. So I'm going to be doing, it's something that I'd like to institute. We'll see how it goes. March 2nd, that's next Sunday after service. I'll be in, I think, the small classroom. And for anybody who wants to talk about unity principles, who has any questions about unity, any questions about my spiritual path, or just want to get to know other people in a small group, we'll do that on Sunday after it's potluck and it's Friendship Sunday. So, you know, we can bring our food in there if you like and just chat. And then coming up on Friday, February 28th, is the Connected Souls Coffee House concert. So come and join us for that. As always, the doors open at 6:30. Music starts at 7. And it is is it a $10 love offering?
Yes.
Okay, it's a $10 love offering. I'd like it to be 15, but we'll say 10 for now.
Or more.
Yeah.
We
Anything?
are so excited.
Okay, good.
We have such a diverse lineup this time. We have some special things, a sing-along
All
that
right.
the women will especially enjoy singing along this one. I'm just saying.
Is it I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar?
No, but, well, come and find out.
Of course I'll be here. Of course I'll be here.
And we're excited, too, because we're going to be featuring our 17-year-old high school student from Palm Beach Gardens who played in the November Coffee House, his saxophone. He's coming back.
What's
to
his
do a
name,
song.
Rini?
His name's Ben Seelig.
All right, saxophone. All right, awesome. All right, that's this Friday, 7 o'clock. And as always, raise your voice in joyful noise with our Joyful Noise Choir. If you like to sing and you are available on Tuesday evenings at 6 and on Sunday mornings, please sign up at the information table and somebody will get back to you. And of course, our annual meeting is now, after service, after you go get a bite to eat or a cup of coffee. And if you are a voting member and you haven't renewed your membership yet, there are membership forms out there. And then May will check you off on the forms. And I think Lori's going to help with that. And so we're going to meet here. Last year, I think it took about an hour. It might be a tiny little bit because, probably an hour or so. So once we get together, it'll go pretty quickly. What's that, I wonder? Oh, that's the kids. What do we think? Anybody hear the pitter-patter of little feet? Thank you, Marge. Or of larger feet? Anything else? We good? Oh, while we're waiting, I just I'm about to put in an application to get a table at the Port St. Lucie Pride Festival in Port St. Lucie. So there's no sign-ups yet for that, but we'd like to person a table there with our literature and just to talk to people and to let people know, people who are in the LGBTQ plus community, that we're here and that we are not only accepting, we are affirming and joyful when LGBTQ people come and join us. When is it? It's June 1st, I believe. It's a Sunday, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. I won't be able to be there until the afternoon, but some of you all can be there in the morning, and we'll give you a pass to not come to church. And so so that's that, and you'll see a sign-up sheet if you'd like to take part in that. Is it the civic? I don't know. I don't know. I'll let you know more next week. All right. Let's stand as we sing our kiddos in. You may be seated. How's it going, kiddos? Good. All right. What's going on, Miss Jen?
Does anyone want to share about our lesson?
All right,
Layla.
Layla.
Today we did center meditations, and we did a meditation where we took a rock and we drew word on it, and we tried to rub the crayon
Hold on a
off
second,
of the
sweetie.
rock.
Okay. I'm close to you and I can't hear you, so let's try that again.
And we also did something where we had our fake candle, and we went into a place that made us feel comfortable, and we did a body scan with the candle.
A body scan meditation?
We
Very cool.
where we had we imagined something, like we imagined something to be a bright white light, and it was running through our body.
We did that too today. Yeah. Layla? What else is going on there, Miss?
We're doing a meditation series where we're practicing several different ways to meditate and pray. And today we did a centering prayer and a body scan meditation. So that
Don't you
was
wish
fun.
you had that when you were a kid? Yes. I know, right? All right. Let's bless our kiddos in song. And let us close with a prayer for protection and the peace song. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine. And let's remember today to speak life wherever we go.
You're always raising me right up. Oh, so fun. Oh.